Alright, so in today's video I will be working on a Dell Inspiron 7375 is the model number. This came in with broken hinges. So as you can see, you cannot really close or open it without like risking damaging the screen. Alright, let's get to this. So first what we're gonna do is we're gonna take out the screen so we have access to the hinges. And whatever we don't need to take apart, we won't. We won't disassemble any unnecessary parts. So as you can see, I'm taking apart just prying off the screen. Now the bottom might be a little bit tricky here. I'll try to show you as much as I can. Alright, so back to this. I'm going to be using actually a screwdriver just to move this hinge backwards like so. Okay, so here we go. Take it out, and as you can see, the screen is loose. As you can see here, I could show you the damage. It's only on this side. This other side is fine. So this hinge is totally fine. We're gonna be working on this hinge. Alright, so let's get to it. First of all, I'm gonna go ahead and get the hinge back in place, back in the closing position. Right, so this way we could fix these. So we got 3 missing screw nuts here, and actually the customer got me the screws with the screw nuts, so that was helpful. Usually I will have to try to match them, but in this case we already got the screws with the screw nuts, so we could just use those. And I will show you how. Alright. So as you can see, these are the screws with the screw nuts, so I'm going to be using pliers to hold the nut. Okay, so I gotta be holding it tighter than that. As you can see. So this is the nut and the screw separated. Next one. Separated as well. Last but not least, separated. And this right here is gonna come the magic solution, which is one of the really good, you can see the name here, AB glue solution, Kafu'er, whatever it's called. So this, it just smells really horrible. So I usually just put a mask when I'm using it, especially when it mixes up. So we're gonna use some of this solution. As you can see, okay, here we go. So I did put the same quantity of from each of them, and I'm gonna mix it up. A, B, and this is very good glue. I mean, this would, nothing would break this. And let me show you how we're gonna apply it here. Okay, so as you can see, this is the screw holes. I'm gonna apply on each one of them. And from here, we're gonna grab these screw nuts, push them back into place. The thinner side would go towards the lid, and the bigger would go towards the front. So it's good to put them back the same way they were. Alright, at this point, what I like to do is I like to move this just make sure they're pushed back pretty good. Just like the factory, okay? We don't want to expect anything less than factory. And right here, it's a good idea to clean the excess glue from inside so we'd have no problem installing the screws later. And to do that, I just use a thin piece of cardboard. You could use the tweezers as well. To stick it in there and clean it good. Just like so. So we're gonna make sure all three of them are clean and perfect from inside and out. And once we do this, I'm gonna give it a couple hours here to dry. It's usually good also to leave it overnight, but this is pretty quick. And so I'll leave it a couple hours and I'll be right back. So here we are back after waiting a couple hours. And this seems to have dried. So let's go ahead and install those screws. Alright, so as you can see, the screws are installed. I just want to make sure this one screw installs properly. There you go. As good as new. And this is usually the right way to refurbish a back lid or to repair it. You don't want to lose the whole thing and then you cannot take it apart. Now this way it's just like original. You could take it out, replace it, or in case you need to repair the screen or something. So for now I'm just gonna do a quick test here, make sure it's coming on. And as you can see, everything's fine. It's loading Windows. This would be a done repair. Again, as you can see, the computer opens and closes. Flip it, close it back, and it's working good again. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next.